nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't
And why
hear you.
wouldn't they when it's
She might
true?
take offence.
It'll be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside. When I hear what you're saying,
Leave it alone, would you?
What's Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food.
What was I just thinking?
Wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride
everything's
doesn't
gone
hear
down in
you.
the train.
She might
I'm
take
all
offence.
ears, master philosopher.
It's clear as a bell. Everything was fine as long as we had a king.
We still got a king, though.
Wenceslas was worthless as a king,
Me.
I don't want to hear any of that. Someone will overhear, and you'll
What's
get...
Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink.
Dopey look. Straight to mine.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offence.
By the way, you lot all think running the castle is a piece of cake, but for sure, Chamberlain Aldous hasn't got it easy. He's got all sorts of...
That's that.
Fits. What? Why do you think? It's from all those worries he has.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me...
That'd suit you, eh? Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a...
So, I don't know. I suppose I'll go and see what I can find to do.
You can go down to the lower gate. Calder's building a gallows there. You can see if the fool is doing it properly.
All right.
On your way. I won't let you into the castle. Whatever worries he has, the fella trees
Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink.
So make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see
I bought a lovely new bow the other day for a great price.
What good's a bow to you?
Good day to you.
I was told.
Nice timing.
No.
Ah, I got the job of but the whole thing. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, oh,
I could help you with that.
you could. Well, that'd be great.
Sure thing.
You shouldn't be bothering us here. Excuse me.
Didn't you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand? Which king would that be?
Wedding light.
It was nice.
Sir Otto travels a lot, so he's got to do a lot of stuff on his behalf.
Whatever worries he has.
You again?
Well, I could maybe help you.
You could have said that at the start.
I.
Then you might actually be some use to me. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire, so fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me. And there's only one nag stabled here now that is...
All right.
How many legs does a... Smart lad. We've got one horse, but Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4.
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me. Lads, this here itinerant is my new help.
It was nice.
By the way, you lot all think running the castle is a piece... cake, but for sure,
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
Know that they are not alone in their afflictions, but that Christ is forever by their side.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? Here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
What's the matter?
Because of that damn blacksmith. The lock on my spice chest. How am I to bake ginger...
Can I help you?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And...
I know how to do it, but first.
All right, I'll wait here.
them know that they are not alone in their afflictions, but that Christ is forever by their side.
I should do it more evenly.
Merciful God, grant that our Captain Thomas may recover. I beg you, let his wounds be healed, and if you take him from this world, welcome him in. So
It's completely cold.
take him to your bosom, for he is a good Christian and a fine man. Amen.
The first bell. Another 11 to go. Well, this one's gonna need some more work. I have to move it.
Christ Jesus, who laid down his life for our sins, I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant, Captain Thomas. Thomas is a virtuous, faithful, and good Christian. I beg you heal him, and all other soldiers of Christ.
Good. That looks finished.
I saw him, but I didn't...
What's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink.
Chucked him into the water. But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week without anyone noticing.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
That should do it.
If I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
Well,
Here it is.
sharp as it without your help. Anyway, thanks.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know how
And what would you want
I
to...
want to pray in the chapel?
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyek that wanted into the castle, too.
What was Binyek after?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him...
And did he succeed?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. I'll be going.
Aye. Farewell.
The second toll for Hans.
Wedding night.
It was nice.
All them bookworms seem off.
About that?
Well?
Yeah.
Well, what are you standing around here for?
No. You told me to...
You're a smart one, eh? Well, he's our groom. Most likely he'll be just between the two of us.
While we're on the subject of the party,
Wedding night.
it was nice. Good food and drink.
I brought you those horses.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here, and you know who gets in the shit?
You?
Exactly. Or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before.
What did you do?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually...
Let's just say I haven't...
Not quite. I'd also...
But I'll tell you.
Let's see what you've...
Yeah, maybe next time.
Do I get...
Hey,
What did you...
you're a bit...
Well, I get... Not quite...
But I'll tell you.
Isn't there maybe some...
Well, since you're offering, a very nice turquoise...
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus. That priest rolls dice like the devil himself,
Don't worry.
but with no trouble.
Naturally.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Just a bit more.
What if my soul is burdened with sin?
Of course, son. You can or take the path of repentance, and it will improve your reputation. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few, come find me when you have atoned.
Do you know where Captain Thomas is?
It's true, son.
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved.
Why can't I?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only
Like you, for instance.
naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you could...
Why did you...
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but...
I'll be going.
Go, and...
It seems like you'd be glad to...
Alea jactan honest, my friend. The die has not been cast, so I'll be quite glad if you join.
I heard you have a...
Aye, it belonged to
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his...
Let's play for it.
Certainly, why not?
Maybe we better leave it for now.
As you wish, friend.
So,
Indeed.
what did you do that no one...
Certainly not. Although
and isn't playing...
it's not as if we were Roman soldiers.
Yeah, I never...
They sat on the road.
Cold.
Yes.
Never mind then.
May the Lord bless...
So I got what I needed. And...
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me. My time...
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there.
Never mind that. You go in with me and you... What a day. I burned the rue in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it. But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook fanker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. The lazy bones. Pfui!
Sir...
You? What are you... Christ! First you cause me...
I noticed, sir, that...
How could a vagabond...
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a lot...
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but... Prague University, of course. So far...
Oh.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit anxious about it myself.
Well, you...
Anyway, I'll...
Yes.
Tell me, sir, what about your...
Well...
But that's no obstacle.
Not I. I never managed to find the right woman who would be a good counterpart for me.
I'm not sure what you...
Actually, neither am I.
Did I forget to add salt?
With your permission...
What?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you.
When it comes upon me, You're... No.
Do your hand...
Well, I'm not the youngest, but...
Tell me, Matt, does it hurt all the time?
No.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's worse.
And does it get worse in autumn?
Yes, it...
Did you get a...
Well, I talked to our surgeon. He just said... So I went to Cole.
Yes?
It's a little awkward for me to...
Master Chamberlain,
All right.
I would expect so.
Well, when there's a full...
Really? So you're taking it?
No.
I understand. I believe your stomach juices are out of balance, sir.
That's what the professor from Colin said.
Unfortunately, I can't change the causes of your condition, but I can help you with its symptoms. I think...
Can't you get me that potion right now?
I'll go and get something.
Good. Quick, quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idle here.
Christ, pardon me.
Killing me again. And smile. I don't want to see any sour faces when his lordship returns. You'll be happy to see him home.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen. Christ, pardon me.
Careful. The fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon. That doesn't do me any good.
Where's that ginger? Hell, Deck. How am I to make that gingerbread? I'll bet it was that.
Hey,
Why do I even bother?
If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to...
I suppose...
Damn right. Or at least a...
I can try...
Haven't you got anything?
Not really.
Go and look then. There's some... I'd go myself.
I'll figure it out. I'll be going...
Go. And if you... You've no business upstairs. Stay down here. If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to... Wait, I've been here for ages.
The third toll. I better get moving.
Thomas is a virtuous faith.
Still hungry?
I wouldn't... Thanks.
You're welcome.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top.
What was that? Did I imagine it?
God bless.
Greetings to you, friend.
Huh? This place? Who's there?
Say,
Let me stop. Preparations are underway to execute a poacher.
Surrender, now!
all right! You caught me. I surrender.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just look. You'll pay up and show.
I can't pay.
In that case,
Look,
what are you?
we're both men.
Where are you going with this?
It's like this.
No?
They're really good in bed. Well, this yarn spinner, at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right Aye.
All right then.
Good day.
Greetings to you too.
And don't gobble everything up, fella.
Do you want me to arrest you? Leave that door be. Get out of my sight.
The fourth bell.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
Well, look somewhere else.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown.
I don't know or care. I was sent here by the Chamberlain. He wants me to
That slimy toad. If he...
Well, you look like you know your way.
What?
I'm not stupid. You've no business here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for instance, I could... Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow, then you'll still be here. So it'll be on...
And you too?
Well, there's quite a big difference between you and me. The guards...
I get it.
And sometimes...
All right. If it's medicine you're after, there's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest...
And what if there's nothing in...
Then tough luck. That crackpot writes down everything he does.
All right.
And now get out of my way.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time. The 6th bell. Half the time is up. Did I boil it for too long?
You're not permitted to be here. Halt!
Easy! I surrender!
You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up and show me whether you...
Look.
What are you talking...
Look, we're both men.
Where are you going with...
It's like this.
No. What?
They're really good at... Well, this yarn spin at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a... Oh,
You're all right then.
Oh!
Sir,
yes?
I've got something for...
About... This?
Definitely. It will...
All right.
And now you ought to go and lie...
Lie down? Me?
Sir, medicine is...
Oh,
And another thing.
yes.
I've always wanted to take a look at your chapel. I'm a great admirer of the master.
Oh, go where you want.
Thank you. The 7th bell.
Hey, you've no business here. Are you looking to steal something? Hand over the compensation, or I'll get the guards involved.
We'll work this out. No need to call anyone.
What do you think you're doing here?
Wait, we can come I was just... And I certainly didn't want to upset...
Well, that's... And I'm sure you're...
Wedding like.
It was nice. Good food.
Wedding like.
It was
The
nice.
7th bell.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Don't be with you.
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
the 8th bell. I need
hope
to
you
hurry.
weren't planning on breaking in here.
Pardon me for
If you want to pray, unless
No, I'm not.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister.
I need to talk to your...
Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't.
I heard that your brother is lying, so I brought some...
Really?
God moves in mysterious ways. We ought to...
Yes. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. The worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Rattay.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now,
You tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it? Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say, it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Please, accept my apologies, sir. And that of my chamberlain, too. Is that not so, Ulrich? I must say in his defense that he had my orders not to admit anyone to the castle, and to be cautious.
I understand, sir. At home, some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it.
I'm glad you understand. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle. Or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today. Silence is golden, eh? Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons.
but don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
I heard some interesting books from Prague. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist cook, a sand-coloured cover.
Yes, several rare... But why are you interested in an alchemist's...
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time. And the one you're looking for, he left with it before I could even... All I remember is the author. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now.
I'll have a talk.
You think I haven't tried? But since you've already offered to address it, seems Nickvard... I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him. But Nickvard is old and stubborn.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook.
For a nobleman, Nickvard is quite wary of his own kind.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone. Nickvard is a loner. Which is also why I suspect now that he's decided to leave his... But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since...
I'll help you.
Many thanks.
I won't...
The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
God be with you. You silly doggy. God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
Ah, maybe next time then. What'll it be this?
Good morning.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe...
Well, I brewed him another I told him to stop by for another one.
Did he say...
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe.
Oh, come now. Nickvard I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord
Listen, Bert. I truly respect your honesty. I'm in the service of a nobleman myself, and I know what's expected of us in cases like these, whether it's Nickvard's illness or political machinations over the fate of our kingdom. Both carry equal weight when spoken about behind closed doors, I'd say. I stand by my principles in matters like that.
Lord Libac's troubles can hardly compare to what you're talking about. It's really quite a trifle in comparison.
So you'll tell me then?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, everything came out...
Just say it. He shot himself.
It was in the privy down below the crone. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids, but this time...
Is that all?
What else is there to say? It happens to the best of us, I must say. He did look as if the fate...
I don't know if this is going to do me any...
Well, you...
Thanks anyway.
Look what I have for you.
bless.
Careful!
About that, please tell.
First,
Who exactly?
where is Regina?
As Lord von Berkoff's personal maid, she'll perhaps in the night.
Where is her?
I've seen him with her. He sleep.
You said Nickvard. Where at the castle does he live?
Nickvard lives like a hermit here at Trotsky. His chambers are in the Crone's Tower. But God, he took his meals down in the Crone's. Lately, I've often seen him talking to Regina in the night or looking out the hall window.
So I just have to hope I...
Nickvard always just shows up. I'm not surprised you can't find him anywhere, since I've...
That's everything I...
What are you gaping at?
Me, sir.
Who do you think? Don't you have any work to do?
I just stopped for a moment's rest.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
I must be mad. Did I imagine it?
Greetings.
Do you know where I can find Nick?
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nickvard and me. But when I need him to read something for me, I'm sorry.
I was asking...
Hi, I heard you.
I can.
In that case, would you mind read...
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capen. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
True enough. Nick Vard has a flair for the dramatic.
My, that's Liebach.
But... what?
Lord Liebach, I suggested to him it wasn't, but then he found, so I
know the book he's talking about.
Look, can we stop talking about this?
I need help.
No!
Greetings.
Greetings, friend.
God,
Greetings to you,
why?
friend.
The Lord be with you.
I'm here for some...
Well, fuck, you got out of jail yesterday, and today you've got a horse. Fuck, I wouldn't make you fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our... So kindly take a look at him in the state. Farewell.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grain. I need to plough too, you know. What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day?
I took a look...
And?
I'll take him.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out, and he'll keep going for fucking ages. An honest stock, too. From the Sameen stud farm. I've heard that wind is blowing from them dodgy nomads.
So I heard.
Well, let's not forget about...
Don't worry. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail.
Well, I'll be damned. But even an experienced horseman like you can tack him up your...
Sure. Thanks.
It was good to see you, my friend.
God bless.
I'm looking for Nickvard.
Hey, Nick. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing. Hmm?
What task?
Nick Libak. He's a castle, but then I heard what another castle lord was planning. Von Berg, he says there's a war on.
I need to know more about...
No. There are new rules.
What are you blathering about?
Von Berghoff said there's a war on, right now. I told him, watch out for spies, Sir Otto. But fear not, I know how to sniff them out. You're a spy yourself, ain't you?
I'm not.
Ha! That's why you have to be vetted. To see if you're really the side that Nickvard's on. Just so you...
I'd like to.
Hold your horse.
Tell me what you want.
A sword.
Sword? Hmm? What sword?
A long and very good one. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should forge one, buy one, maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate.
Steal a sword?
Not a spy who wants to help von Berghoff, my servant. Once I get a sword...
You wanted a sword?
That's I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but...
What about Nickvard then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have a... Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him some, and I told him I would, but then Nickvard clutched his belt.
That's all?
Aye. If you run into Nickvard, I'll be going into war.
I'll tell him.
Good day.
Greetings to you. Ugh, never mind then. Farewell.
The place by the Girovka Street. What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again? You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday. You're kidding. Miller Boat says he was in the water.
Always, you're not permitted to be here.
Easy now. I surrender.
You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay.
How dare you accuse me like that? Do you have any idea who I am?
Oh,
You silly doggy. God be with you.
Greetings to you, friend.
Hmm? What? Yeah, it's just you.
Do you want me to arrest you? Leave that door be.
Praise God.
Good to see you.
You must be Nick Vard, eh? Poor wretch. How many more times am I gonna have to poke around in corpses and shit for that damn cradle?
God bless you.
I'm ready. We can go.
We can't. We wouldn't make it to Nabokov and back by sunset. We'll meet at the second gate tomorrow at sunrise.
Leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did.
What would you like?
Show me your ware.
Thank you, and take care.
Show me your...
Why are you wasting my time?